Great news for all you Funimation fans out there. Looks like they're going to get a little bit more powerful as Sony is merging all of their assets into one, basically. That's what's going on here. So Aniplex, a Sony-owned organization, is combining with Funimation. Really makes good business sense. Why would you have several outfits doing the same thing? So they're going to merge them. Really, this is just consolidating, so it's not really that big of a deal. But it does mean that Funimation is going to get just a little bit more powerful. Eventually, it's going to come down to them and like one other person for worldwide distribution of anime. And a lot of people are trying to jump in on it. Netflix is jumping in on anime. Hulu has been jumping in on anime. Well, they have a contract, I think, with Funimation for several things. My Hero Academia is on there, and a few other Funimation properties. I think even Dragon Ball is still on Hulu. I would expect that to change. I don't know why Funimation allows that. You would think they would want people over on their garbage Funimation Now service, which I'm going to still do a video on. I've been collecting people's responses to how that app really works. I'd imagine maybe they'll finally start working on it now that anime is becoming big business, and it really is becoming big business. A lot of people are getting more into it, and if you've ever listened to the Clownfish channel, they did a very nice stream with Hiro Hey, and they've talked to me about this before on how people in the industry want to change problematic anime. That's a whole video in itself. That would be a fun topic to do. Maybe like a collaboration with them talking about it. But anyway, so what's going on here? So Sony is putting even more of its shoulder into anime, consolidating two anime streaming businesses of Sony Music Entertainment Japan's Aniplex with Sony Picture Television's US-based Funimation unit. The deal creates a new joint venture combining Funimation with the French and Australian anime divisions owned by Aniplex, a major anime video and music producer based in Tokyo. Under the JV structure, Funimation will acquire and distribute anime content across Funimation in the US and Aniplex in France and Australia. The consolidated group, jointly owned by Aniplex and Sony Pictures Television, will be led by Funimation General Manager Colin Decker. Anime is a growing area of importance for us at Sony Pictures Television, SPT Chairman Mike Hopkins said, announcing the JV. By combining these businesses, we immediately increase our global reach and expertise, VOD, theatrical, home video, merchandising, events, and more. So that's kind of the whole thing, isn't it? That they're going to grow their power. So this happens a lot. Now, here's the thing. Anime is just now, for the past couple of years, really been getting more popular. I highly suspect it's going to get even more popular as the years go on, especially with Western storytelling kind of stuck in this crazy checkbox, you must be inclusive way of storytelling like they've been doing. And as that grows, people are going to find anime and manga even more, and it's going to grow and rise even more in popularity because it's not held to the same standards. Now, this presents a problem, and that's exactly what the Clownfish were talking about, how they hear they need to replace problematic anime. And this started right when things like Rise, Guardian, Spice, or whatever the hell that show's called, got announced, and other things like these American versions of anime. Basically, they're hoping that will replace it. It's not going to work. The only way that you can really replace it is by Trojan horsing into Japan, because you won't be able to get the same thing. I don't think, well, I know you can't have writers in America write like the Japanese do, because they would be labeled ismphobes and all kinds of crazy things, and then be ran out of the industry. There's no way it can be done. They literally tie a hand behind your back before you can even write a story in mainstream Hollywood now. It's just the way it is. It's not going to change until Hollywood crashes and burns. So maybe they'll Trojan horse into Japan. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But for now, I think things are fine. We are in the golden age, and I think eventually they will Trojan horse their way in over there, and they'll make some changes. Maybe. It's possible. Especially if they keep treating their animators and their manga writers bad, because, I mean, those guys make barely any money. They pay them literally like pennies to do all that hard work. Unless, of course, maybe you become a big name, then you might get a good deal. Maybe. Formation of the new joint venture, operating under the Funimation name, comes from Sony Pictures Television early this year, who bought Manga Entertainment, a leading distributor of anime in the UK and Ireland. That's another big thing. They bought up Manga. I didn't really talk about that before, but they did do that. Now, not really much changes there because Manga was buying the rights to distribute Funimation's stuff anyway. So really, they just acquired what they were already doing over there. If anything, it just increases their global power. So now Funimation is established over there. They're established in these other countries. So with the addition of these assets, Funimation will now operate in 49 countries, spanning 10 languages, and will have about 300 employees worldwide, according to Decker. It just became clear when we looked at the global view of anime at Sony, these things should really be together, said Decker, who joined Funimation from rival Crunchyroll this past May. So, this gives Funimation more power in anime. The biggest thing here is this sets them up to be a big global streaming services. Consolidating everything under one umbrella is a smart move, company and business-wise. And this gives them more universal content in different countries and regions and really sets them up to be a powerhouse. So I would expect all of the stuff that Funimation has on Hulu to expire eventually and go back to Funimation Now. Funimation wants their anime services all in one spot. They want Funimation Now to be the top dog. Streaming is a big thing right now. Streaming services are big. And if you can offer all of the anime in one spot, it's lucrative to them because physical media is dying. It sucks. I hate seeing it go. I still buy physical media for things that I love, but the sad reality is that it's not going to be there eventually. Especially as brick and mortar stores go out of business, there just won't be reasons for them to keep making the medium anymore. So the only way to really, unless you sail the high seas, will be for you to sign up for one of these streaming services, and that's where you'll be able to watch all your stuff. And you know, they have stuff like simulcast coming out now. They're actually dubbing like a day later. So you're like, things are getting a lot quicker in American anime. It's crazy because I remember you used to have to wait forever to get stuff. And that's changing. Funimation has grown stronger. Their grip is getting tighter. And they're basically the Disney of anime. And it kind of sucks, especially if you've been following everything that's going on with them for the past year, the stuff they've been doing and the kind of sneaky things they did with that voice audio, how they never commented on it. And I don't know. But anyway, I just wanted to fill you guys in. This is big news. Funimation has literally went Super Saiyan 2. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. Like and subscribe. Leave your comments. And make sure you still subscribe. That's a thing. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.